Well, today is International Overdose Awareness Day. In the last 4 years, there have been close to 600 opioid-related deaths in Hamilton alone, and local health officials say the epidemic is getting worse. The impact is devastating for those struggling to overcome addiction. CHCH News spoke to one man who's seen the crisis evolve over 6 decades. Eric Viano has that story.
I find people that have been dead. I've seen them die. I've had them die in my arms.
Dale McNiven says he first tried acid when he was 7 years old and was hooked.
Well, I did drugs for 50 years, hardcore. 40 of them can be proven using a needle.
And he's overdosed several times.
Been dead, so they tell me, more than a dozen times in this city.
He's been clean now for 14 years, but he says it wasn't easy.
You gotta want to first. And right now, I'm sorry, but our society gives them no reason to come off it. None.
Dale now works with addicts and says he's seen too many of his friends overdose and die.
Is this the way you want your family to be found, on the dead in the bushes? Think about it, folks. Come together. Fight this thing.
The Hamilton Urban Core Community Health Center hosted an event at St. Paul's Church on James Street to mark International Overdose Awareness Day.
The more conversation that we have and engagement about mental health and addictions in a way that is accessible to everyone, the more folks that we are going to be able to save in our community.
Local health officials say the opioid epidemic has gotten significantly worse in Hamilton since the start of the COVID-19 pandemic.
Increasingly, what we're seeing is illicit use of drugs or use of illicit drugs, and we are increasingly seeing contamination of that drug supply as well with opioids. And so many people don't even know that they're actually being exposed to opioids when they are taking drugs.
In 2021, there were 166 opioid-related deaths in the city, and since March this year, there have been 55. Eric Viano, CHCH News, Hamilton.